to do well at AFCON.
Now, Mike.
So my view is, go on.
Yeah, in fact, I like the way I like the way you've sought to alleviate the fears of Ghanaians in there. But you talked about three variables. You talk about patience. You talk about time, and you're also talking about we having to have give him a chance. Now, if you look at all these. Do you think that, or would you subscribe to the school of thought that, yes, from the background where Chris Hughton is coming from, might be the reason why Ghanaians expected so much from him? And how much of a patient do you think is going to do for Chris Hughton going into the Cup of Nations and even from the World Cup qualifiers?
Sorry, I missed the question. Just quickly repeat the question.
Well, I'm talking about the fact that, well, you said that he should be given a chance. We should have patience for him, and he should be given the time to work with the Black Stars. But do you also share the same sentiment that, yes, from the background where he came from, having coached a number of English clubs and all that, is why Ghanaians had so much expectation, and at this point, the expectation seemed to be hitting a wall?
What was that last bit? Is why Ghanaians had
so much expectation from his end, and at this point, the expectation seemed to be hitting a wall.
Yeah, I'm just wondering what the expectations were. I mean, from my perspective, Ghana should have qualified for AFCON. They have done it. They've done it. They've not lost a game. They finished top. So I think Chris is. You have to tick a box there for Chris. Yeah, you have to tick a box. Played 6, won 3, drawn 3. What do people want? Played 6, won 6. 34-0 against. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen at international level. A lot of these games are one-off games, and they're difficult. Teams like Madagascar, we saw them in the last African Cup of Nations surprise everybody. These teams that in previous years were rollover teams. Easy teams. They're no longer easy teams. And so I think, look, Chris has got you to AFCON. That's great. I'm looking at the AFCON group now. You've got Egypt in it, Cape Verde and Mozambique. But Egypt's going to be a good tester for Chris Hughton and the Ghanaian team in that AFCON group. But I would expect Ghana to finish in the top 2 and go on to the next stage of AFCON. So I think what's blotted his copybook are these 2 friendlies. Played 2, no goals, 6 goals against. Now, let's look at goal scoring. It's a problem. Goal scoring is a problem. Chris is a defender. He was a left back. He was brought in as a technical coach to help Otto. Now, he's a defender. He's not a striker. He's not a goal scorer. So clearly his strengths are in defence and not necessarily in attack. And I think if I was to look at the Ghanaians today, overall, there's been a number of changes, and I'm not too familiar with a lot of the new faces coming into the squad. But for me, watching Ghana over the last 15 years, it's always been goal scoring. Goal scoring has always been the problem for Ghana. That's why really they've not progressed further in competitions. Potentially, they've always had the capability of going on, but it's the goal scoring that's let them down or missing the chances. So I think this is something where Chris Hughton and his team have got to really work on, to improve the goal scoring, and if you're scoring goals, half chances they're going in, that's what people want to see. But look, don't get too disappointed with the last two friendly games, please. Don't get too carried away with those results. And you can't sack somebody just because you've lost two friendlies. Chris is disappointed with that. I saw his interview at the end of the American game, and he said, look, I'm taking full responsibility for this. My tactics weren't right. We didn't do things right. But the problem is the fans must understand that friendly games are opportunities to try different things, to try different formations. You don't always get it right.
Okay.
And on this occasion, he's not got it right. But I think the fans should have faith in him.
Yeah.
Let's wait. Well, let's wait till AFCON comes along. Let's look at the next two games coming up: Madagascar and Comoros, the World Cup qualifiers, and then let's roll into January and look at fixtures against Cape Verde, Egypt, and Mozambique. And then let's have another chat about Chris Hughton and whether or not he's going to cut the mustard for Ghana.
Michael, this has been a big conversation there. So we want to say thank you so much for having the time to speak to us. I know you are getting ready to go watch that Bolton Wanderers game.
That's right. I'm here live at the stadium now at the Reebok. The players are just coming around, having a look at the pitch. The fans are starting to enter the stadium. It's a beautiful day here at Bolton. The sun is shining, and we have a big league game here today. So it's nice to be here at the Reebok. Thank you very much for the interview.
And Mike, we're looking forward to doing this more often.
Yeah. Okay, Nana. It's a pleasure. All the very best.
Michael, thank you so much. Right, so that is Michael Potter there speaking to us all the way from the UK, even getting ready to go watch that Bolton Wanderers game. Giving us an insight into the fitting problems of the Black Stars as regard since the coming of Chris Hughton as the head coach of the Black Stars.